Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and today Kristin Hildabrand, Warren County Horticulture Agent, is here to talk to us about how we can care for our cut blooms once we get them home.
Yeah, so tulips are in season right now, and we would highly encourage everyone, if they can, to check out some commercial cut flower growers in your area and purchase these blooms from them because it supports them on the local level. It keeps those dollars here in our community, and two, we can be rewarded with fresh blooms for our tables, and it's just a great way to bring cheer inside your home for this time of year. So we get a lot of questions, Kristi, about, what do I do once I do get it home? Like, how do I care for the blooms so that way I get as much joy out of them as possible? And so those are some great questions, and we've got a few tips we want to share about how you can care for fresh cut tulips at home. So one of the things that you can do is actually, when you're purchasing these blooms from your growers, is to look and make sure that you've got pretty tight unopened blooms for the most part. Tulips are really bad about blowing open, and so you can see we've got one here that we've had on set for a little while, and it's actually really opened up. So that's something that you want to try to avoid if at all possible when you're first making that purchase, because it shows you that that bloom's been there for a little while. So go, try to go towards the ones again that have been tight and are unopened, so that way you get as much bloom time from that at home as possible. And then once you do get it home, we would recommend that you condition those stems. And what we mean by conditioning the stems is that we want you to get your vase ready and go ahead and cut your stems at a diagonal at a 45, and so that way you've got good water transport through that stem. And so whenever you fill that container up, make sure that it's clean. You've already got it ready to go before you actually condition the stem, and then go ahead and fill it up with cool water. And if you want to, then you can go ahead and cut the stems at a diagonal and then place it directly into the vase itself. So that's really another tip to kind of, sometimes it comes in plastic, sometimes it comes in, maybe craft paper. It could be packaged a little bit differently. So one of the interesting facts about tulips are that they're phototropic, meaning that they are actually going to bend towards the light, and so it makes it almost look like it's going to grow an inch or more after you've already cut it. So it's really important, Kristi, just to go ahead and rotate it every so often. Like, you don't have to do that several times a day, but maybe once a day rotate it, so that way that you are enabling it to kind of stay in the vase and maybe not get as out of hand as possible.
So, Kristin, do you mean we are rotating our vase?
Yes.
So the light hits it
Yeah.
all over?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's pretty uniform that way. So that's one interesting fact about the tulip that I didn't really know, but that is very, very helpful for whenever you do get it home. So the other thing I kind of wanted to mention about the tulip is the water. So it's really, really crucial that you provide plenty of water to the tulip because they are extremely thirsty. Mm-hmm. So they like a lot of water. So just kind of keep on your water level pretty daily. Look and kind of see if you feel like the water level's gone down. If nothing else, you can just top it off with some clean water if you don't have a lot of time. But if you can change out that water daily, that will ensure that you've got a longer lasting bloom for down the road. So if you can, again, empty out the vase of water, fill it up with some clean water. You might need to rinse it out, clean it out a little bit, and then recut your stems and then add it back into the water. So, and it's really important too that you watch and see that it's not cloudy, because that again means that you need to replace that water.
Now, Kristin, how long can we expect for our tulips to last once they're cut?
Yeah, so if you're taking the care that we're talking about, by making sure it's got plenty of fresh water. The other thing to kind of look for is keeping it out of direct sunlight. Okay. You want to kind of place it in a cooler place of your home, kind of away from any drafts or even heaters, things of that nature. So if you're doing those things that we talked about today, they could last anywhere from 5 to 7, maybe even more than that.
And they truly are so beautiful, and we want to do whatever we can to preserve them.
Yes, absolutely. So tulips are just so beautiful for this time of year. So if you have any questions related to, how to care for tulips at home, make sure to give your extension office a call.
All right, Kristin, thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show, and we'll see you next time.